Hello and welcome, parents, to a live interview with Travis McBride from Lonestar Homeschool Academy. He is the Chief Operations Officer and co-founder of Lonestar Homeschool Academy, as well as the science teacher over there at the Lonestar Homeschool Academy. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So as we get people, let's
I'm sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. Oh no. Must have been some connection issues. Well, as we wait for it to hop back on, I can give a little background on how we started up the Lonestar Homeschool Academy. We started brainstorming a little bit last fall, me and one other person that runs a support group for dads in Texas. And we were talking about tutoring at the time, and then he mentioned that he was pulling his students out of, or his kids out of school, the public school system, and was moving into homeschool. And he asked if I ever thought about starting up a co-op for homeschool students. And at that time, I was still a public teacher last school year, and I was leaving the profession to go on a different path because I was just having too many issues with the public school system. And we started talking more and more throughout the beginning of this year, 2023. And we decided to take the plunge, and that's how we started up Lonestar Homeschool Academy. I finished up my teaching at a public high school in May, and he was working on marketing, and I was working on developing the curriculum. And then we pulled in our third founder from a different area. He was a principal and worked in admin for the last few years. And he was feeling the same way about the public school system. And so we pulled him on, and we also started brainstorming throughout the summer. And eventually pulled on a couple teachers to get everything running. And we're still building the program. We like to take input from a lot of our families on how we can make it better for them and what they are looking for in a program, and then we can build the program for them. We try to make Lonestar Homeschool Academy as close of a family as possible. And so we just like to get input and make adjustments as necessary to make it as beneficial to our families as possible. So if you have any questions as we wait for her to get back on, I'm not sure what happened with her connection, but feel free to comment and I can answer any questions that you may have. So as we wait, I can talk a little more about some of the benefits that make us stand out from other programs. First off, our streaming platform, if you look at our website, lonestarhomeschool.com, our streaming platform is similar to that of like Netflix and Disney and those kind of streaming services. We like to make it more unique and make it stand out for the students, and they're really liking it. So, for instance, instead of a show, you have a subject like math, and then instead of a season, you have a unit, and instead of an episode, you have a lesson. And so they can narrow it down, and there's lots of fun pictures in there, and so it makes it look real fun for them. So we have a question: what types of classes does LHA offer? So we offer all 4 core content. So we have mathematics, we have English language arts, we have science, and we have social studies. So we have curriculum developed for 3rd grade through 12th grade for all 4 subjects. And then K through 2, we have mathematics, and we have English language arts as well. We also have life skills courses that we offer. So we have, that's offered from kindergarten all the way through high school. And it has a range of topics. So it has anything from developing and building relationships. We have health. We have all kinds of stuff. So we like to take ideas and input from the parents and the students and incorporate those ideas and what they want to learn about into our program. Hello.
Hi again. Thank you for your patience. We just had the internet decided to go out for just a second there, right as we started.
No worries. So I just been answering some questions that were popping up on the comments, and then I gave you a brief overview on how we got started and one of our unique benefit, or what makes our company unique with our streaming platform.
Oh, very neat. So I have a question here. If this is an a la carte type curriculum.
So we are, as of right now, we don't have anything for the a la carte set up. That is in the works. We are working on getting that set up because we do have some clients that want to just use the life skills curriculum that we have, or just hop on for like maybe a science high school curriculum instead of all the programs. So the beauty of our program is your membership gives you access to the entire program. So if you purchase for the monthly, and then you get access K through 12, English, math, science, social studies, life skills, everything that we have to offer. It's an all-in-one kind of membership.
That's great.
But the a la carte, it's coming soon.
So they had a couple questions about, they said CCSS, TEKS, or SOL, maybe TEKS as you're based in Texas?
Yep, so the TEKS, so those are the curriculum standards. And I developed the program since we're based on Texas around the TEKS, but it doesn't follow the TEKS 100%. So I just use it as basing it off of what to include in the program and what to include in the curriculum. And I designed the curriculum myself all throughout the summer and did a lot of the units, and I'm just building the lessons as we go, trying to build as much as I can, working through and adding lessons on lessons so students can work ahead if they need to. But yes, it's based on the TEKS, but there are some standards in there that aren't really essential to a lot of the curriculum. And so it's like, I call them filler topics that a lot of the public schools use just to, fill the time. And so some of those stuff I did cut out, but a majority of the content majority of the standards are in our curriculum.
So what is your background and qualifications? What do you do at Lonestar Homeschool Academy other than, you're talking a lot about the curriculum planning that you do?
Yes. So my background, I went to Eastern Michigan University, and I studied there for 5 years, special education, emotional impairment. And so I taught up there. I taught in Arizona for a while, and then finally moved to Texas a few years ago. And I've taught anywhere from upper elementary to high school with behavioral students. And so it was self-contained classrooms. So I got all the curriculum in there, all the subjects. worked on teaching those. I taught middle school math. I've taught middle school science, social studies, English. And then the last couple of years, I was in the high school doing special education and co-teach algebra and geometry. So I've been all around with all the content. I'm one of those people that like to continue to learn. And so me developing the curriculum for a lot of the program helps me learn more about stuff that I may not have known too much about. So I work on developing lessons, developing the units, the life skills, trying to adjust the program to fit our family's needs, and pretty much whatever I can do in the program.
Sorry, you may hear my dog Teddy Bear in the background. He just woke up from a nap. So what makes you different than, say, other virtual school options? I'm hearing a lot of varieties in what you're offering, and that you are tailoring it more to what your homeschool families need than, say, a specific standard where you're just getting kind of a one size fits all. Is that kind of accurate to what you're saying?
Yes. So I've done a lot of research on a lot of the major homeschool programs out there. And not to call anyone out, but there are some that don't have live teachers, which our program offers live teachers for every subject. Then there's also programs that you follow a strict schedule. And so you need to be at class at this time to do the work. You need to have the work submitted by this time. With our program, we pride ourselves on offering the ultimate flexibility for parents and families. So even though we do have live lessons with our teachers, those live lessons are recorded and posted on the website. So if a student, say is traveling for a month, they can always come back and work through that unit on those lessons that they missed. And all the recording is going to be there, so they're not really going to miss out on anything. So they can work on whatever unit, whatever course they want, anytime they want. Also, if you're in, say, 6th grade, you're not stuck to that one grade level the entire time. So like I said earlier, you have access to the entire program, the entire curriculum from K to 12. So if you are working through 6th grade and think, hey, I want to move ahead a little more, and then you can do that. You can hop to another grade level, another course, you can work on as many courses as you want. So if you want to knock out 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade all in 1 year and get all those courses, you have that ability to do so. So I think that really helps us stand out because you have that all-in-one access with a program.
So you've talked about what grades you teach and what topics you cover. So can you tell me a little bit more about what goes into curriculum planning and development? You kind of touched on that a couple times.
Yeah, so I use a lot. So I did base everything up, a lot of the stuff based on TEKS and just what are the standards. And so I develop units from there and just built like a rough outline. And then from there, developing the lessons, I will research all kinds of stuff if I am not too familiar with it. And then I'll create all kinds of lessons. We have a variety of lessons. We have projects, we have like slideshows, we have worksheets, we have activities, we have videos. And so my job is like behind the scenes, figuring out, given that variety of all the lessons and researching and implementing all that information into the variety of lessons.
That's awesome. Sounds like you're very busy. Thank you for taking time to do this interview.
No worries. It's an understatement. Always going.
So what is your platform like? How does it work for parents and for kids? Is there any way that you can give us like a sneak peek of what the dashboard looks like?
So I don't have the access to the student or parent dashboard. That would be our tech person. And so he works with all the tech issues and working with the students and the parents on that side. But our homepage looks really similar to what the students and the parents will see. So let me share my screen really quick. So this is our homepage. And so on here, I have the teacher dashboard. And so that's going to bring me to all my grades and all that kind of stuff, messages. So instead of the teacher dashboard, the students will see the student dashboard, and parents will obviously see the parent dashboard. And so under that dashboard, it'll give them any messages that they may have, as well as up here, and any kind of corrections they need to make on assignments. So say they submit an assignment, but they forgot to submit the attachment with it. That'll show up under there. And
so they're getting live feedback.
Yes, so they can message us as much as they want through here. We also have a live chat feature that will send it to the entire team instead of just the single person. They can find all of our messages under our bios and message us personally, or just do the live chat to message the entire team. But under the lessons, this is what they would see. So they can filter it by age level. So say I want to do 7th and 8th grade, filter it by what subject they want to work on, and then also what unit they're going to work on. So after that, it'll populate everything.
Oh, nice.
And then all of our live lessons will have a live in it. And so if it's a live lesson that already passed, they can go in and watch the replay, and then any attachments that they may need. So if there's a reading involved for extra practice, or if there's notes that they need to print out to follow along with, they can do that. And then if they have a question for that specific teacher, there's also that message button. That
Super easy to them. Yeah.
Very easy to.
So we have a question here. In this program, are the kids just sitting in front of a computer all day? So is there any other elements that you can do, like offline activities as well, like printouts?
Yes. So, excuse me. So we have, like I mentioned earlier, we have a variety of lessons. So we don't want our students just to be stuck at the computer all day or working at a workbook all day. We want that variety. So the live lessons, obviously they're going to be on the computer, but a lot of our asynchronous lessons, which are the independent self-paced lessons, they have the variety in it. So it could be anywhere from 10 to 15-minute videos with interactive questions. It could be worksheets. It could be like one of the courses right now, middle school social studies, is creating a pamphlet based on Latin cultures. And so they're designing that pamphlet, or a booklet, brochure, that's what it's called, sorry. A brochure for the Latin cultures. And so there's lots of different projects like that. For science, they were working on speed and velocity. They had to go for a walk through the neighborhood, and they had to map out their route, and then show on the map where they had velocity, where they had acceleration and speed, so on and so forth. So we do like to offer that variety, and that way our students don't get bored of the one same thing over and over and over again.
So what problems do you solve for kids and parents with Lonestar Academy?
So we goes to that variety again. So one of them is the variety. So I know a lot of programs are strictly online or booklets. And so they're working through booklets, and they just get a big stack for the whole year. And so they just work through that. That can get tedious for a lot of kids, or same thing as being online. It can become very tedious. And so we want to offer that variety to keep those students engaged. And we also, the ultimate flexibility that we offer. So the students can work on whatever they want, whenever they want. The parents have the option to assign lessons and assign units to their students, which is also a great benefit. So instead of just letting the students run wild in the program, the parents can oversee what they're looking at or what they're working on, and assign those lessons to them.
So you talked about the schedule and pacing being much more flexible. So you have live classes that people can attend live, but you also have those recorded as well so that people can be able to access those. So it really does make it a lot more flexible than some of the other more rigid virtual school kind of platforms out there. So I have to ask you, what are some of the classes or activities that you found that kids are enjoying the most on your platform right now?
We use a website called GimKit, and it's just a lot of like goofy games like snowball fights and mazes, try to work out of the spaceship while you're fighting plants. we go on fishing, stuff like that. So you can incorporate a lot of questions, like review questions in there. And so the students have really enjoyed that. So we do like review games here and there, and we'll throw that in. And the students are really enjoying working together, or having a snowball fight against each other. So every Friday, since they're really enjoying those games, we like to end the week with a fun game day. So we call it our Fun Friday game day. And so last couple of weeks, we played some Gimkit games. This week, we designed a Jeopardy game, or multiple Jeopardy games, actually, for students to just let loose and have fun interacting with each other. So it's all virtual because we have clients from all over. We have people in Bahamas. We have people in Michigan. We have people around Texas, people in Arkansas, all over the place. So the virtual is really easy for them to interact with each other outside of just the classrooms.
So that kind of also meets some of that socialization question that a lot of homeschoolers have of how is my kid going to get their socialization and meet new friends. So tell me a little bit more about the kind of the social aspect of this platform.
Yeah, so we like to interact with our students as much as possible. All of our teachers are very big on developing those relationships amongst ourselves, with the parents, with the students, and the student-to-student relationship. So we like to make our program kind of like a family. And so that's why we like to get input from students and parents and make adjustments that fit their needs whenever we can. Outside of our virtual games and our virtual live lessons, all that stuff, as our program builds and we get more members in more areas, we're going to try to start coordinating field trips and meetups in person for them to actually hang out. So right now, since we're so scattered in many different areas and we're still a new program, we're still, it's going to be kind of hard to plan a meetup with just one or two people, and it's going to be a far drive for them because they're so spread out. So once we get more clientele, I have a list of stuff that I'm ready to plan for in many different areas. Lots of fun field trips, meetups, social gatherings, whatever we can do.
So you guys have a 14-day free trial. What are some of the kind of things that they would be able to enjoy in the next 2 weeks that you guys have kind of coming up?
So our next 2 weeks, we're going through our program. So during this 14-day free trial, they have access to the entire program. So we don't want to hold anything back from our parents, our families. And so when you sign up for that 14-day free trial, you can experience the live lessons. You can look through the different variety of independent lessons that we have. You can have fun with our game days on Fridays, which we don't hold the game days just for our students, all students. So even if you're not a member of the program, you can still join the games and have fun with students. So I try to, if you see me posting about our game day Fridays, everyone is welcome. So we like to pull in people, and that way, the more the better, the more the merrier with socialization. But yes, the 14-day free trial is access to the entire program.
So what kind of live classes do you guys have coming up in the next 2 weeks?
So on Mondays, we have mathematics. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have an algebra course. We have a geometry course. And then Tuesdays, we have English language arts. So we have our 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have a reading literature course. We have a writing composition course. And then we have a communication and debate course. And so those are unique compared to the English 1, English 2, English 3, English 4. We like to zone in and work on those skills with writing, with reading, with communication. And I think that's a little different than a lot of other programs as well. On Wednesday, you have science live lessons. And so we have the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have a biology with 7, 8. We have chemistry, physics. We have earth science and environmental science. And then on Thursday, we have our social studies live lessons. And so it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have world history right now we have U.S. government, and we have psychology, and there's one other course, I'm forgetting one, in the social studies. But yeah, so they have all the live lessons, and we split them up so that way they're not the students don't have to decide to conflict with the live lessons for the subjects, so they don't have to pick and choose. So math on Monday, English on Tuesday, Wednesday science, and Thursday social studies, and then Friday we're having like tutoring sessions. So if students need extra help with the lessons that they're working on or just anything in general, we can schedule the tutoring sessions on Friday, and that'll be like Friday morning or Friday afternoon, whatever works best for the teachers and the students involved, as well as our game days on every Friday. So this week we're planning Jeopardy. I'm going week by week, seeing what the students would like to play. I'm kind of slowly developing a Family Feud style game. It's always fun with the students, and some of the students don't know quite what it is, so I might just throw that in next week to give them a little taste of Family Feud. But a lot of fun stuff.
So do you have anything else that you would like to tell our audience here at the Homeschool Quest about Lonestar Homeschool Academy?
Yes, so one other thing that makes us stand out from other programs is we just implemented a couple weeks ago our Lonestar store. So with this, for every lesson that they complete and for every live lesson they participate in, they can earn what we call bullbucks, and that's like our program point system. And so for grades, for participating, and for completion, you earn a certain amount of bullbucks, and then we have a store. And let me show you that real quick. So we have a store that they can purchase from. And so this is all stuff that students have added themselves. So we're not adding stuff. The program's not adding stuff. It's just all students. So action figures, 21 products have been added from students in our program. Books, game cards, all kinds of stuff. So the students have the ability to add items that they want to work towards as a goal. And then they can cash in their bullbucks for some of these items. And so we have students that are getting really close to some of these items already. I know we have some students around 7,000 because we just started a little over a month ago, but students are getting really close. This one can easily be bought by a lot of students right now. And so they can cash in these points that they earn with their program to purchase stuff from Amazon. And then it ships directly to their house.
That is so cool. That is a really neat feature.
I know a lot of our students are really excited about it.
This seems like a really cool program. I would have totally enjoyed this if I was still in homeschool.
Me too.
I can really tell that you all are very passionate about creating this platform for homeschoolers to be able to really enjoy homeschool and taking the burden off the parents by doing the lesson planning and helping them being a helping hand there and being a tutor, being really available and transparent with the different parents. And so I think it's a really cool thing, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come and answer all of our questions here today.
Well, thank you very much for having me. I really enjoyed it.
All right. Thank you so much, Travis. And I am looking forward to sharing more about Lonestar Homeschool Academy.
Thank you very much. Have a good rest of your day.